Hello class, welcome to our CPA 2 presentation. In this presentation, the creative counseling technique we will be covering is bibliotherapy. Group members for this project include Tara Puente, Ana Lopez, Brittany Carrion, and myself, Perla Freire. Background and research information. Samuel Crothers created the term bibliotherapy in 1916. The term bibliotherapy refers to the use of books as healing tools. Both fiction and nonfiction books can be used with this creative counseling technique. Definition: the guided reading of written materials in gaining understanding and solving problems relevant to a person's therapeutic needs. According to Dietrich, books can help a person understand and solve problems when they address their need for improvement. Rappi et al. Found bibliotherapy to be beneficial in treating anxiety in children. The UK National Institute for Clinical Excellence recommends bibliotherapy for treatment of mild to moderate depression. A meta-analysis conducted by Yuan and colleagues in 2018 found that bibliotherapy is an effective treatment for reducing depression in adolescents. Theoretical foundations. The foundational principles of cognitive behavioral therapy are incorporated into bibliotherapy. Exercises found in this therapy are designed to help the reader overcome negative feelings. Purpose. With school-aged children, bibliotherapy is used to help kids interact with and explore issues and concerns while leaving plenty of room for feedback. Studies have shown bibliotherapy to be effective in the treatment of depression, panic disorder, social phobia, and childhood anxiety. This therapy can be used for exploring relationships, dealing with unfinished business, alleviating depression, reducing compulsive behaviors, and enhancing school achievement. Bibliotherapy can be used with a broad age range, including children and adolescents. Fiction books may be more appropriate for younger children as they may come to accept themselves in the process of relating to and accepting the fictional character. Evaluation of techniques effectiveness. This therapy is great for adolescents dealing with grief. If successful, adolescents will get to a stage of universality and make a connection with a world outside of their immediate one where they tend to remain. This allows them to see that they aren't alone in the problems they're facing and helps them develop a greater sense of empathy and sensitivity. A meta-analysis found that bibliotherapy is an effective tool for helping to reduce symptoms of depression in adolescents. This therapy has been found to be effective by several studies including Golden-Klum, Kuchpers, and Newman et al. In the treatment of emotional, physical, and mental health problems. Limitations. A meta-analysis showed that bibliotherapy might be effective for treating anxiety in children, but the results were not significantly different from the control group. Clients using bibliotherapy often have high rates of attrition. Two reasons for this are that people report not having time to follow through with the therapy, or they stop after the child displays resistance. Most of the writing on the use of fiction in bibliotherapy lacks research and is generally seen as a treatment for children and adolescents and not for adults. Anna's reflection. I love the idea of bibliotherapy because not only is it a very effective therapy, it is fun for kids as well. This therapy allows kids to think of situations in a different aspect and compare them to their own, and at the same time realize there are many different solutions. It allows them to understand their situation better. Another aspect I love about bibliotherapy is that it allows children or adolescents to express themselves without the stress of not being able to communicate effectively. It also helps therapists to build strong relationships with their clients. At the same time, children are able to see themselves in some of the characters in the books and accept who they are as it is being interpreted in the book. Perla's reflection. After reading about bibliotherapy, I think it can be really effective. I'm aware that there is still need for research on this therapy, but I can easily see why it would be so effective. Personally, I love to read and can easily see myself taking something very valuable away from a book that I can relate to where the characters, fiction or non-fiction, are going through something similar. However, I wish there was more research on the subject and ways to motivate clients to stick with it in order to lower the rates of attrition associated with this therapy. I do understand though that for some clients it may be very difficult to sit down and read or to take the time to make sure that their child follows through with it. Brittany's reflection. I think learning about bibliotherapy really transformed my interest into a solidified desire to utilize this in my future career as a counselor. I am very interested in the power behind clients or students relating to characters or identifying positive themes and ideas to use in their own lives. For example, a book about anxiety teaching someone coping mechanisms is an amazing approach to helping a client manage their anxiety. Or a book about worries, as we used in our video, that is developmentally friendly to younger children and lets them feel connected and opens the conversation to teachable moments or relatable events and how to resolve or cope with them. I think the best part of bibliotherapy is the fact that you can apply it across different developmental stages for different reasons, and that is because there are so many wonderful books available as resources. Tarek's reflection. Counselors need to approach students according to the specific reason they are being referred, such as being forced by another authority figure. Depending on the issue, the student's age, and the student's reaction to being there, it is important to identify an intervention that will help the student be more engaged and feel like he or she is understood. Every student is unique. Therefore, knowing about different approaches can be beneficial. This technique in particular can be used with children in helping them understand different topics, emotions, and/or situations. Responsibilities for each team member. Early on, we decided what we would do to contribute to the assignment. Perla was able to create the presentation in the awesome and unique format of Powtoon, while Anna, Tarek, and I created the video. Counselors need to be careful with students who are shy or have difficulty with reading to not put pressure on them to read aloud if they feel uncomfortable, or to themselves to ensure that they understand what they are reading. In such cases, the counselor and the student can read it together, or the counselor can read to the student. Responsibilities for each team member. Early on, we decided what we would do to contribute to the assignment. Perla was able to create the presentation in the awesome and unique format of Powtoon, while Anna, Tarek, and I created the video presentation. We all shared, gave feedback on, and reviewed our work prior to submission. Counselors need to be careful with students who are shy or have difficulty with reading to not put pressure on them to read aloud if they feel uncomfortable, or to themselves to ensure. Thank you all so much for watching our CPA 2 presentation on bibliotherapy.